So in this video, we're going to talk about how to build an offer. A lot of times you think that you have an offer, but you don't actually have an offer. You just have a bunch of stuff that you do. And then you're like, how come nobody wants my stuff that I do? I do SEO for people. Why does nobody want it? Well, it's because it's not an offer. So if I do laundry in 8 hours, I have a delivery service. That's not an offer. An offer is we come to your office, we pick up the clothes, and you have them ready by the time you leave the office. They're all pressed and cleaned for you. That's an offer. That's a specific tangible benefit. And you can say, if it's not ready, you don't pay for it. That's a risk reverse. That's going to always outperform a list of services. You have to remember, like, I just did consulting for a design agency, and they're like, okay, we give you all the design you want for a certain amount. It's way cheaper than having your own employees. However, people didn't understand what do I actually do with a design agency? So I told them, instead of just giving a design agency, why don't you bundle it with consulting? And you make a list. Okay, here are the top 5 ways. Here are the top 5 things that companies in your space are missing. And then here's how to use our services to fill in those gaps. And then let's just go through diagnostically and see what you guys can do better and see what the potential ROI would be. So a lot of times they're sold on the service, but they have no idea how to actually make it work for that. So I want to talk about specifically what are these 5 elements that an offer has that makes them very, very compelling. So number 1 is there's usually some kind of bold claim. So for my agency, we do a bunch of different things for them. We book them calls, we help them generate traffic, we do market research for them, we help them write scripts, we help them with the DSLs, we give them advice on how to do a website, we help them hire people, we help them with their sales process. We do a bunch of unique things. But what is our offer? We book 5 to 20 calls on your calendar with qualified leads you're going to pick. Our offer is a bold claim. This is specifically what we will do for you. Specific measurable results. And then a risk reversal or a guarantee. You don't pay, or it's free, or we work for free. We work until you're happy. For a lot of our design agency clients, they're like, we do your healthcare startup's website. If you're not happy, work for free until you're happy. That's a bold claim, plus a risk reversal or a guarantee. Remember that not every company wants a guarantee. A lot of companies, like we have a company that trains medium skill technicians for companies like Amazon and Boeing. Their guarantee is you can test it very small. You can start very small and see how it works. Do you want us to walk you through the process? Then they walk them through, they pair them with a whole network of community technical colleges. So they can test it small, but there has to be some kind of bold claim and risk reversal. The next thing is the unique mechanism. What's a unique mechanism? Remember the P90X commercials, the muscle confusion? Well, the reason you're fat is because you haven't confused your muscles enough. You have to do all these different things. So that's our unique mechanism. Now, did it work? Not really. Was it compelling? Yes. Made a lot of money. A lot of times, the unique mechanism is actually you. When we were working with a bunch of healthcare and pharmaceutical startups, we kept trying to sell the offer. We kept saying, hey, do you need transportation, logistics support for vaccines and organs? We have a company that does this. Do you need this? Do you need this? It wasn't very effective. What worked really well is selling the community and selling the owners. So we were like, we have a combined 100 years of experience in the space. These are a couple people that are in our network. We want to bring you into the network. Do you want to do a 15-minute call? That would book calls like crazy, because in pharma, the integrity and the quality of the people and where they went to school and who they've worked with means a lot. So you can actually sell the person or the unique mechanism, or sometimes the unique mechanism is some kind of AI integration. No code is a great unique mechanism, although it's kind of done to death these days. But anything that makes your product or service unique, what can you say that your competitors can't? For my business, my unique mechanism is me. The fact that I've had a 7-figure hospitality-based business, the fact that my wife has a ton of experience in lifestyle PR, she represented the city of Philadelphia, she represented a bunch of celebrity chefs. We've run hundreds of campaigns. We worked with over 30 clients currently, and we've got a ton of results, but we also understand the game. We also do consulting because we know that if you just set up cold email, it's not enough to make something work. So we go above and beyond for our clients. We're also priced extremely cheaply. It's cheaper for somebody to hire us than to do it themselves, even if they're answering their own emails. Because we're doing it at scale, we can give like the bargain basement price. So all of those things are unique things that our competitors can't say that we can't. What are those things for you? That's something that you sometimes don't even know, but you have to ask your clients. You're like, hey, why do you give me money? Why do you keep working with me when there's all these other people that do what I do? And a lot of times they're going to tell you things that you didn't expect, but it's always worth having that conversation. The fourth thing is social proof. Social proof is, hey, I've done this for other people. A lot of times people underestimate, because when you read like books on psychology and influence, they give you this list of things, right? There's reciprocity, there's social proof, there's this, but they don't realize that like social proof is like 80% of the game. Think about how many dumb things people do that we only do because other people do. I was going to say college, but I don't want to have that conversation. Social proof is so powerful that you can, if you're a CEO, owner, salesperson, you can literally think of 80%, 90% of your job is literally social proof. Shaking hands, kissing babies, doing videos, explaining your company, in your communication style. We did this for a client, we did that for a client. Almost everything I do in my sales process is literally explaining to clients the success that we've had before in context and what's worked before on dozens of other campaigns that would be relevant to them. Almost every element of my communication is laced with social proof. Just like a commercial on TV, you see beautiful people, nice car, they're doing this, everything is social proof. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. The last part is a price attractiveness. It doesn't mean you have to be the cheapest. You can be the most expensive. And it's not you versus your competitors. It's you versus best in class market alternatives. So it's not the taxi is $10 and the Uber is $9. It's, I live in Manhattan. Do I want to spend an extra $2,000 a month on a nice car, or do I want to Uber Black everywhere? It's your car versus Uber Black or Uber X. It's not, do I want to hire this cold email agency versus this other cold email agency versus doing it myself. It's, can I get the volume of putting $500,000 a year and hiring an SDR team and taking on a ton of risk? Or can I get that same amount of volume for a fraction of the cost and do it small? And then slowly increase as I bring more money in, as I get more sales in, as I find product market fit and increase my services. That's what makes an offer compelling. What makes your price attractive? And you always compare yourself to the best. You don't compare yourself to the guy who's doing it really, really cheaply from Bangladesh. You compare it to the best of the best in New York, highest level competition for the service. And that's how you build an offer. Those components, you string them together. Any more questions about sales, consulting, cold email, agency life, email me, like, comment, subscribe. Anything else, we're here to help you guys, and I will see you soon.